Hey everyone, hope you just saw that. This is one of the secrets that not everyone may know about. So if you pull on that Mario picture, you get some rupees. Mario has a common occurrence in Zelda games, and I'm also showing you what happens if one of the citizens sees you. There's only two of these said citizens. No one else. Link is. I'm beginning to think that Link was a pretty um, heroic person before this big adventure because most of the citizens in this game like him pretty well. So I'm not so sure what he did, but that's just something to ponder. And really, we've got lots more to do. So that red guy over there, you cannot catch him until a later item in the game. So there's only a few more things left to do in this town. One of which is talk to this kid right here. So there's also a shop. Look at this price, 150 rupees for a potion that restores your health. You're better off just getting a fairy. But later on, it's going to be more natural just because fairies only restore 8 hearts. So that's the thing. When you get 16 some odd, that's who you talk to for the map. When you get 16 some odd hearts, you're going to want those potions. But also, rupees are going to be more commonplace as you get further in the game. It's not to where you're always going to be on the hunt for them. There's only so much that you're going to need to buy. And you can have 999 of them. I was really expecting a heart piece to be in here, but so that's we get. So we're on our way. Now you are not going to see the Eastern Palace in this video. That's our first dungeon, and really there's just an area where Sahasrara is, and that's pretty much. I'm trying to think what I was gonna say. Yeah, there's more to it. It's supposed to be more of a perilous area, but I've known this game pretty well, so yes, there's a bombable wall for a little extra goodie. If you attack those chickens enough times, they will fight back. This happens in more than one Zelda game. But, alright, originally I was going to go down, but I chose not to. This is a bar, which I wasn't expecting in a Zelda game. Yeah, I was going to go down and get a heart piece. There's a game you can play if you can make it in 15 seconds, but we'll do that after the Eastern Palace. There's going to be some more activities they're going to open up. You're definitely going to want to do them. The thing about Zelda is it's not as linear as Mario. It's... Hang on. It's less linear than... It's more linear than Metroid, but it's less linear than Mario. I think that's the right... What I'm trying to say is you get more freedom in this game than Mario, so... depending upon what you want to do, you're going to have lots of choices to get Link more equipped. I really don't like the length of that boomerang. It really doesn't help as much, but that's okay because you get power-ups. That's one thing I kind of forgot where they are, but you're going to find a fountain and you're going to want to throw the boomerang in it because it'll become a lot more helpful. You really don't want to get in too many fights without the boomerang, simply because it gives... Sometimes when you fight the enemies, they will attack you from a diagonal angle, and you may not be able to slash them as easily as they can get you. So especially when you have 3 or 4 hearts, this is something to keep in mind. I mean, it pisses me off. This game, I'll be in a perfectly good mood, and then an enemy will come around and piss me off. So my cat came in the room, so Just paying attention to him real quick. So that is the graveyard. That'll serve purpose soon. But we've got to explore a little bit more of this world. And we're going to go to the Eastern Plains. I think that's what they're called. Now, the player's guide does not help as distinctly as I would have liked it to. That's really one thing, is it's not as like, hey, you need to do this. Of course, it's been 4 or 5 years. I lost it, but it's been several years. I had the Super Nintendo version of the game, of that guide. But I also own the Game Boy Advance version of this game. Now, really, in that game, there's just a bunch of little side tricks that happen, but if you happen to pick up the Game Boy Advance version, you also get a 4-player game called Four Swords. Now, before Four Swords Adventures, that's where that stemmed from, and if you were to hook up 4 Game Boy Advance games, you can play like some games with 3 other links. So it's good stuff. I've never played it, but I do think it's probably more fun than the Mario Brothers versions were, because in the Mario Advance remakes you got Mario Brothers with it, and I think possibly those were 4 players as well. Which, you know, I've never really seen those on YouTube. I've never really seen people say, hey, we're gonna play. I mean, I've seen people do New Super Mario Brothers, but no one's really ever done those. But this is Sahasrara. Now, in the next video, we will definitely blow open that wall and get some stuff. And, you know, I'm not just going to go to Dungeon 2 after this. We're going to do some stuff and unlock things. So keep that in mind. Luckily, I have a pretty good, you know, schedule for how I'm going to do this game. So, but alright. Subscribe for more fun.